we're going to see a little bit about this in a second, that this is not my color palette. I should not be wearing black. I should certainly not have these honking red lips on. I have very, very matte eyes and black liner, none of golden copper cheeks. None of that is things that complement my skin tone. Then you might be thinking, well, how did you know that? Do we have that slide, Kim? Cool. So there's a simple flow chart. If you look, the second QR code is the color theory booklet, and the first page is this flow chart. And if you're working with yourself, or when you feel like you're ready to work with clients, this is a really easy way to help them assess basically their summer or winter or spring or fall season. There's more detail, and we're not going to do all that today, but the concept is you start with your skin tone. And if you're like, I don't even know how to do skin tone, I'll give you a hint. When you put silver jewelry against your skin, and then you put gold jewelry against your skin, whichever one looks better, that's your skin tone. So cool skin tones generally look better in silver, and warm skin tones generally look better in gold. So I wear gold jewelry almost exclusively. What does that tell you? I'm a worm, something, right? The other thing that color theory really looks at is contrast. So then the next step after you figure out your skin tone is your hair. What does your hair look like? Now I'll tell you a fun story. Those of you who know me well, I had blonde-ish, mostly, hair a week ago. Now I do not. This is also not a hair color in my palette. So it washes out my complexion. My mother-in-law asked me on Thursday if I was sick. I'm like, no, I'm just wearing the wrong hair. Thank you very much. But so that was a little oops. It'll be fixed. But you look at your hair color, and then you look at your eye color, and it's going to be hard for you to see this from where you're sitting, but normally my hair color, my eye color, and my skin tone are not dramatically different. They're all kind of middle of the road. I'm a middle blonde, my eyes are middle bright hazel, and my skin tone is middle beige. I don't have a lot of contrast, I'm kind of monotone. So that naturally puts me like with the light eyes, arrows on that chart. If I had like naturally dark hair, dark eyes, that beautiful porcelain Snow White kind of skin, that's what the dark eyes, the high contrast looks like. Totally, I'm dressed as a high contrast person right now, but not what I really am. And even if you change your hair color, your eye color really doesn't change, and yes, I know there's ways you can do that, but most of us don't. And your skin tone really doesn't change. So even if you mess around with your hair, you still want to go by what your eyes and skin tell you. So I'm a worm with brunette hair and light eyes. That would normally put me into a spring, but right now, because my hair color is so crazy, I actually pull off autumn shades better. And the whole thing with contrast is that when you shouldn't wear a lot of contrast, like I shouldn't wear high and low contrast, you don't have black in your wardrobe and you don't have white in your wardrobe. Now, how many of you have a closet full of black clothes? Oh, yeah. A lot of us do. Most of us are probably not supposed to be wearing them. And I'm not going to get into all the details about that, but it's really fascinating to learn. So I do recommend playing with the resources for yourself, if nothing else, because you'll be surprised what happens when you change things. Becky, why don't you talk about your look a second?
This again is not in my color palette at all. Red washes me totally out, and actually, Kim, if you have that side by side, I took some pictures yesterday, and I simply changed the color of my shirt, nothing else. Can you see that when you live in your color palette? My skin tone even looks different.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm standing in the same spot. You can
Same
see
spot. Look at
same spot. And it was just the color of shirt that I'm wearing.
Wow.
So just that can change your entire look for yourself. So that's why living in your color palette is so important. And we're excited to show you some really good stuff today.
I'm going to do a transformation while Becky teaches makeup, so I'm not stripping. I'm just...
Okay, friends, we're going to start off. Everybody's washed, cleaned. We're going to start with our primer. You want to put your primer on. Primer is going to help, as you know, keep everything in place that we are doing today. So go ahead and put your primer on.
Here we go.
right, did everyone raise your hand, I should say, raise your hand if you did your foundation matcher before we came here today. Like on your website. Yeah, good job. Did anybody have something different than they normally were wearing or were surprised by their?
I have worn warm foundation forever, but I'm really neutral.
Holly's worn warm forever, but now she's
I'm really
neutral.
my undertone is cool, so I'm a winter.
Yeah.
So I have to do neutral.
Neutral is her shade. Oh, that's so good. Anybody else get any different results? And they were like, wow.
So the lights. Yes.
Does anyone have a primer I can have a stab of?
Yeah.
Okay,
In the other
so
bag, thank you.
different ways to do foundation. I'm just gonna do my new favorite way because I am in love with it.
Thank you.
So I use the Time-Wise foundation, matte foundation, and I'm gonna do a cloud look today. Some of you that follow me probably have seen me do this, but I'm gonna mix it with my silky setting powder. It gives this soft, beautiful look, and I just absolutely love it. So what I do is I just shake some powder on the top of my silky setting powder. And I'm gonna grab it on my big liquid foundation brush that I use. And then I literally squeeze my foundation on top of that and I mix the two all over my face. And it gives it this just beautiful, like, picture perfect foundation that I absolutely love. If you don't want to do that, just go ahead and use your foundation. You can either use your liquid foundation brush, your blending brush, your sponge, however you put on your foundation, go ahead and put on your foundation. Yeah. I use silky setting powder, but you can use translucent if you want to.
Tricky with the lighting.
Yeah.
I'm just doing it by rote.
Yeah.
By what?
What's that? Okay, we'll have to talk about that later.
Don't get into it now, girl.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
We'll figure that out later.
What'd she just say?
None of the powder is put on her device translucent. This will be better. Because that's a big hole. It's not easy to find a filter.
Oh.
All right, how's everybody feeling with the foundation? Did anybody try
That's what I
making
hate
look,
about
like
that
a cloud
stuff.
look? Yeah.
So good.
Fun. Something different. I learned it from Jennifer, who's here today, and she learned it from Lori Hogg. So that's
This is
a great person.
Speaking of Lori Hogg,
Yes.
what's the date that they can be a part of that if their directors choose to be? What is,
November 14th, if your directors have chosen to be a part of the Lori Hogg event, they can plug in and see some more of her brilliance with all the goodness that she does and shares with us.
this is when it gets real, right?
Hey, sit right here, baby. Are you? This is okay. I'll give you a bucket in a minute.
Trish is even doing a quick change on her makeup as well, which is super fun. So you can see her
Where are we at?
makeup on
You
Trish.
told me how to
That's
do
it.
it.
You're caught up.
If you can hear me, be quiet. If you can hear me, be quiet. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, we're gonna move on to some cheek color and some contouring. So, it's up to you how you want to, what you want to use for contour. I currently still have some of powder all over me. The Honey and Luster cream sticks. So I'm still using that, but you can definitely use the latte or the cocoa. And friends, even if you have lighter skin, don't be afraid to use cocoa. It's really pretty. You just have to use a lesser amount, but it's really beautiful. So what I do with my contour, it's like a letter, oh my goodness, it's called a number. Apparently I need more coffee. Do a number 3 on your face when you're doing contour. So it's the top up here, and then along your cheek, and then along your jaw. So number 3 for contouring. That's the easiest way. I do a little bit on my nose because I want to just slender that out a little bit. So I do a little on my nose. Okay? So I'll draw it on my face.
Getting more.
You can kind of see.
I'm just gonna keep digging.
It's okay.
I don't know if y'all can see my face, but do you see how I put that on?
Yeah.
A little bit? Okay. Okay.
I have a pro tip. So if you have a double chin,
Oh yes. If you have a double chin, put a little bit, this is from Trisha, put it right here to hide that double chin. Okay? And then I take a separate brush. So I use a liquid foundation brush for this, to blend this. And I simply just blend out and up, out and up. Why do you think we do out and up? Just like we do everything else, up and out. Yes, so up and out, please.
so nice.
Huh?
So nice.
No stakes, yes.
This is just the contour, right? Okay.
Wow, I need to contour more.
Yeah, it does make a difference.
Look at that.
Yep.
Is
Oh
that
yeah. Uh-huh.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's good.
Turn and look at the left.
Looks better on the right.
Oh, does it?
Mhm.
Which one's your right or my right?
You're right.
It looks better over here.
Does anybody have any questions?
Really see your cheekbone better. Yeah.
No, everybody's doing good? Okay.
Does that mean I need to burn this side?
Yeah.
I need a bigger table.
There. Stop. There you go. What is it that you're putting on?
This one.
What's that called? Is that a highlighter?
No, this is
All right,
the
friends.
contour.
Or it's called a contour?
Now, I'm gonna use a little concealer around my eyes because it's gonna help hold on to my shadow. This is also a point when I'm doing my makeup that I do a little setting spray. I'm like a setting spray crazy person. I put it on like 5 times. So if you wanna put some setting spray on right now, you can go ahead and put some setting spray on.
Oh, I don't have any of
And
that.
then we're gonna get our concealer or under eye corrector out, whichever you
You like
use. Or if you use both, you can also use both.
Oh, you got it.
They are besties.
Do we
They
put on
work very
all
well
of the blush first?
Well, you do it in kind of layers. Like you can do it on 3
Oh,
4
really?
times.
See, I always just put this on at the
And then-
very end.
But you can do it in between.
Okay.
Close your eyes. They're like a sign of cross.
All right.
There you
Concealer.
Yeah, I probably overdid that.
No, you didn't. It's about it.
Oh, there it is. Okay. So you can use your concealer and you can use your under eye corrector if you would like to blend. You can do under eye corrector on the bottom and then concealer on top. I'm just using concealer and I'm going to just dab a few dabs below and I'm going to do one on my lid and then you're just going to dab to blend around. And you just to blend and conceal.
What brush are you using?
This is the old liquid foundation brush.
Yeah, I have those.
I love it.
Yeah.
And seriously, our brushes last forever because they're so good.
I'm afraid.
Give your eye a facelift with that under eye corrector and concealer. So good.
Kelly only slept 2 hours.
Wait, what did you just say? Will you say that again? What did you just say?
Give your eyes a wake up with the under eye concealer.
So you said put under eye corrector under and put concealer where?
put concealer on your lid, under eye corrector and below. Yep. So you can under eye corrector below and concealer on top, or if you just use concealer, you could use concealer all around as well. Don't be afraid to like get a little creative and see how things work on your skin. Everybody's skin is different. My skin doesn't really enjoy the under eye corrector, so it's not something I use.
And mine doesn't like concealer. I just use under eye corrector.
You just use under eye corrector, yeah. So don't think that you have to use it because that's what it says it does and that's what you need to use. Figure it out on what works best for your skin.
I get confused on where to put the under eye, the perfector.
Just ask her.
There.
Down here.
She said she's confused about where to put the under eye corrector.
Like, do you go lower than you know? Like, where do you put your corrector?
Does it go under your bags?
Correct. I would go above.
Yeah.
Yes.
Above?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because that's where your purples and your darks are down to me. And you put
That could be
backwards.
worse.
So you need to put it where you need the correction. Like I would put a little in here too because you got some dark shadows and then that'll brighten it up. Oh, so I had a question about where to put the under eye corrector. And so you want to put the under eye corrector like underneath your eyes. And then wherever you see darkness or blue that you have, she has some little dark inside the corners, and I said put a little bit there because that'll help brighten up your whole look. So wherever you're seeing purples or darkness, that's where you want to put your under eye corrector because that peach color is built to brighten those purple tones.
Yeah, this is.
But don't put it on puffiness because it highlights it.
Oh shit, oh this is deep beige. Okay. This is cool. But I have
And so, I mean, I don't know my lessons with kids, you know.
I hope so. She was still sleeping when I left.
So I just want to highlight too, I just put on my, we did our around our eyes so we can start working on our eyes. Do that too because I sometimes would cover up my blush and I don't want to cover up my blush. And so I'll put my blush on almost last because I love to be people, oh my goodness. I want people to be able to see my beautiful cheek color that I have. Okay. All right. So now you're going to get your shadow brushes together because we're going to start your shadow. I always begin with a biscotti or sandstone. Nothing shimmering. I always start with a matte color to give me just my base of what I'm working with. So, and you can create your look, however you like to create your look, but just get your all over color brush and go ahead and grab a lighter color so that you can put that wash all over your eye. And you're gonna do from eyelashes to eyebrow. Please, I think.
I'm gonna send you mine because I'm eyebrows because I can't see your mouth.
And friends, just a reminder that in your color theory packet, when you go through that, it will give you suggestions for the colors that are right for your season, whatever you are in. It'll give you great suggestions for that.
There's no mirror there.
this new sand. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, sand dune.
Okay, listen up, because we're about to get a little uncomfortable in here.
Uh-oh.
Everybody hear me? Okay. So you're gonna go ahead and get like a crease brush or your blending brush, because we're gonna take your darkest color that you want to use today to apply, okay? I need to decide before, I think I'm gonna do some purple today, so some sweet plum. But you're gonna take that color first, and I'm gonna show you where to apply it, and this is where it's gonna get uncomfortable. When you open your eyes, if you cannot see your eyelid, you have a hooded eye, you need to go up, and it's gonna be uncomfortable. And put it on like your bone, on your eye. Why so high? Because when you open your eyes, if you put it lower, nobody's gonna see your beautiful color. That's sad. So you want to put it up higher, so when your eyes open, they can see the dimension and the color that brings out all your good tones that you just created in your color palette. So you're gonna want to go higher.
You have sweet plum.
Okay?
Oh, go ahead.
Dark color, yes. Like Trisha did, yes. Yes, she has hooded eyes, so she goes up higher. Way up there, because we want to see it.
Just to watch it.
Your eyelid. Can you explain that one more time?
Just ignore me. Just ignore me.
Ask me that question one more time.
You were talking about how you know where to. Oh, and when you open your eye.
Hey y'all. I know we're having like so much fun, but will y'all like listen real good so we can hear? It'd be awesome. I love y'all so much. My little teacher, I'm ADHD, I can't pay attention when everybody's talking. I'm sorry. Okay.
I'm gonna not be in charge anymore, Heidi.
Okay, so, oh, I need my mirror, 1 second. Okay, so when you're applying your darker shadow, you're literally gonna go almost to your eyebrow and touch your bone. Because see, when you open your eye, you can see that color. If you put it lower, you're not gonna see your color. I see you. Get uncomfortable, do it, you can do it. I know, it's uncomfortable, but you know what? The look that you're gonna create, and what I do first, friends, is I dab, 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 and put that color where I want it first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and roll and like blend it out. And I blend it all the way almost to the corner. I forgot what it's called. I'll remember and I'll say it, but this is a new type of look where you give your dark color all the way across in that whole half moon. And it looks so beautiful. Okay, do you see that? Yep. So good. Look at that color. I just love it. Okay, so as you're doing that on both eyes, you can do it darker and darker. Yes, ma'am.
When you said you dab, like where do you start dabbing first?
Yep, I kind of dab it towards the outer corner where I want that color to be really seen.
Wherever you touch first is going to be most concentrated.
Yes, wherever you touch first is going to be most concentrated with our heart pigmented lovely colors we have.
But can I add something?
Yeah, tell me. Yes, Trisha is going to share with us for a minute.
Okay, so you might be thinking, well, okay, but I can see my eyelid when I look straight ahead or whatever. I don't have that hooded eye. So there's a couple tips to help you figure out how your eyes are set in your head. If you look at yourself, and you have to do it straight up, you can't be looking at a mirror down on the table. It's got to be straight out in front of you. When you look straight ahead, look at the spacing between your eyes. Could you fit one more eye in there, in between them, like perfectly, be 3 eyes in a row? That's called a standard eye set. Could you fit more than one between your 2 eyes? That's called wide set eyes. Do you not have enough space between the 2 to fit a 3rd one in there? That's called close set eyes. And that can make a lot of difference where you put your color. Because like Becky said, wherever you touch first is the biggest concentrate. So if you have close set eyes, you don't want any dark color in here because it's going to bring them closer together and it's going to make them look smaller and it's going to make them fade away. If you touch on the outside first and you put more of your accent color, your papa color on this far outer edge when you have deep set eyes, it's going to help open them up and widen them up. You can also use a little bit of a highlighter color on the outside corner to help lift it and bring it out when you have close set eyes. If you have really wide set eyes, you can go ahead and use a little bit darker shade on this inside. It'll help bring them back together to make them look more standard set. Every eye shape is beautiful, but the human eye recognizes certain things in certain ways and expects things to look in a certain way, and so we can create illusions with the way we place our eyeshadow.
Oh yes, I love that. Create illusions. Okay, how's everybody doing with that dark color? We're gonna move on to put in the blinky part of your eye. So like this part right here, we're gonna put some shimmer right there. And you're gonna take a brush and just literally set it on, like push it on where you're gonna set it on your eye. You're not gonna blend it all over, you're just gonna set it where you want it to give that nice, beautiful shimmer. Yes? Blinky, blinky right here. Like where your eye is underneath it, yeah. Blinky.
What color are you using?
I am using Moonstone. I'm just setting that right in that spot that I want it. And see the difference that it makes. So good. Love that. Okay, now once we have all of our colors placed, what you can do is take your clean blending brush, and you can put some shimmer on it if you want to. You can just clean brush to just kind of blend out your lines, so your lines kind of dissipate and everything looks cohesive. How's everybody feeling about their eye color? Different? Yeah. Good, yeah, trying some new things. I love that. Now's a great time to do some setting spray too if you want to set yourself one more time before we do liner or mascara. All right. So next, I'm going to be doing our liquid pen on my eyes today. So go ahead and grab your liner. It is totally personal preference how you want to do your liner. I do not do liner on my bottom lid because it will cast a shadow, and I don't want to cast a shadow on the bottom. I want my eyes to be bright and open, so I only do the top. If I want to get dramatic, I will do like the inside corner just a tad on the bottom, but that's like for date night. And so with the liquid pen, I don't know if you are familiar with it or use it at all. Some people get a little nervous with it, but I literally just dab it and then I connect the lines, which is super easy. And I love the staying power of it with it being waterproof. I know, it's so good.
And I'm afraid of the liquid eyeliner pen. I only use the pencils, but I will tell you, your season makes a difference with your eyeliner too. I don't know if you really noticed it, but I had the black eyeliner pencil on when I came in. Not good for me. I actually have truffle nude lip liner on as my eyeliner because it is the perfect brown for me. So don't be afraid to play around with lip liner as your eyeliners. They're the same great waterproof fabulous formula. So give it a try.
All right, friends. Now, we're gonna get ready for lashes. I'm gonna use my lash curler. Oh, good. If I can do, I need a mirror. I was gonna try to, and I can't. I need a mirror. I'm gonna pull out all my lashes. All right, and then I hope everybody brought their favorite mascara. Mine is Lash Intensity. So good. And if you still have some around, I'm gonna prime my lashes too. So I still got some of that, so. Thank you. All right, friends, here we go. Lash Intensity, this really completes the look. Except we still have cheek color to do. We will not forget that. That's so important. Too much hair. And friends, it's totally up to you too if you want to do mascara on your bottom lashes as well. Again, I don't do it because I don't want to cast a shadow underneath my eyes. It'll actually make me look older, and I don't want to look any older. So, but for you young ladies out there, probably want to highlight those bottom lashes. Ooh, and I just got mascara on my face. That's awesome.
Okay, and a little pro tip, how many of you get eyeliner or mascara somewhere it doesn't belong? Take a Q-tip, wipe off the end of your moisturizer and use that. It's like magic eraser and it doesn't schmuck up the rest of your makeup. So you take a Q-tip, wipe off the end of your moisturizer tube or bottle, whatever you're using, and use that to clean up the mascara and eyeliner that wandered off, rather than eye makeup remover, because eye makeup remover will take off everything. The moisturizer is just going to take off that little bit that you don't want.
Oh my goodness!
That alone is worth the money.
And done. Okay, friends, we're gonna finish up with our brows, our cheeks, and our lips, okay? We're gonna start from the top. We're gonna do our brows first. I have very full brows, and so I literally just use the new brow gel. I love it. Here's another, this is random, but I don't know if y'all keep up with things, but laminating your brows is like the in thing. And so, just comb your brows up, do a little maintenance on clipping them so they're all even. And if you have fuller brows, just the brow gel with that, so beautiful, so trendy. If you don't have fuller brows, our liner pencil or our precision pencils are amazing. They give you that fine hair. Yep, Heidi Goelzer, right on. They give you that fine hair-like swoops when you're putting it on. Top it with the tint and you have beautiful full brows. If you're like, oh, that's just so harsh for me, use eyeshadow. And I'm gonna do that right now. I can't use that one though. Even though mine are full. Hazelnut, I would say hazelnut can be used for most people in their brows. It's just a really great neutral tone for brows. Yes, Trisha, go ahead.
How many of you have eyebrows that are uneven? Like you got a whole bunch of eyebrow in the inside and then by the outside you got one hair left? Yes. Okay, me too. Start putting your eyebrow tint on in the middle of your eyebrow. Don't start here. Start out here like in the arch of your brow, fill in this outside more first, then come back and work all the way across. It'll even things out more.
So I just have a little shadow on the end of my brush, and what I'm gonna do is just like place it on my brow, because I do have like little sparse areas, but I'm just like putting it in my eyebrow.
I have brow envy.
Brown, sorry. And then I'm just brushing up right now, get it all.
Yeah, Lord forgive me.
But look at how difference in, just by brushing your brow and putting a little color in it. And I'm using hazelnut, and I have really dark brows, but I just need a little color in there to just bring it all together. I should get that mascara off my face.
You do have good hair. Is your hair real quick?
Hmm?
Thick hair.
Yeah. Okay. How's everybody feeling about their brows? Good? Wonderful. Ooh, yep, Trisha, I need your trick because I had a lot of mascara on my eyes. I don't know. Why would I have Q-tips? You're hilarious. Yay! All right, friends, we're going to move on to our cheek color. Remember when I was talking before about up and out? Same thing with cheek color. Find your cheekbone, and then place, like pushing it into your skin and just dabbing it up. We don't need to go like this. Just dab it up. That color is going to stay and it's going to look beautiful. It's going to be able to sit where you want it to sit. Yes, cheek color is really in right now, so don't be afraid of it. Give it.
And what I find is, like, look at your brush compared to my brush. Like, yours is smushed and so is leaky. So what are you guys doing differently? You're just patting it in more? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, so that is a really big thing that I recently learned more of, was to put your makeup where you want to put it. When we are going like this, or swirling it all over, we're not putting it where we want it, where we want our color to be seen, and then it's kind of like a hodgepodge of color. So put your color by pressing where you want it, and it will stand out more, it will bring your colors out more. Looks good. All right, friends, we are going to finish with our lips, with our waterproof lip liner. Ooh, I just love these. If you can hear me. Can you all hear me? Okay, just making sure. Our waterproof lip liners are absolutely amazing. If you have, I'm going to give you 2 tips. If you have smaller lips, you can draw on the outside to give the illusion of a larger lip. If you have fuller lips, you can draw on the inside to give the illusion of them being smaller. I love to almost completely fill in my lips with my lip liner because your lipstick stays for so long. It's so good. And our new color palette and our lip liners is gorgeous. I mean, all these lip liners are absolutely gorgeous. So, I'm using Rose today.
My fave.
And I know, Rose is so good. I have fuller lips, so I'm just gonna fill in on my line and just fill in my lips from there. So, here we go. All right, Trisha's gonna put it.
And everybody knows the magic trick about all our liners, right? You pull off the little colored cap on the end and there's magic hiding inside there. So if you're someone who likes a really sharp pencil, you can go twist it in there and sharpen her back up. If you're someone who likes your pencil to be more rounded and dull almost when you use it, kind of rotate your wrist and do like a swirly motion and it will make it more rounded or domed instead of pointy.
Okay, there's my lips with just lip liner. Now I'm gonna razzle dazzle it up with a little lip gloss, because lip gloss is my favorite.
Oh, good question. From breaking or bleeding?
From what? Breaking? Don't twist it too high. I mean, you don't need a lot out of it. So just. I don't know if that would matter. I think just use less. Just twist it less and start with gloss and see how that goes. Yeah.
Thanks.
And I just put a little bit of lip gloss on the inside to give like a little illusion of a like ombre lip. And then that is your look. It is complete. Does anybody have any questions? Lip questions? Any questions? All questions? Yes. I didn't do any highlighter, but I can. Yeah, absolutely. Let me get my highlighting brush. So what I do for highlighter is just a little bit right above your, what is it called? Cheek color. I should have more coffee. Right above your cheek color. And again, I just pat it on first, and then I'll come back around and blend it just a little bit. You can do a little bit down the bridge of your nose as well. Your cupid bow, give a little right there. And then a little bit maybe in your chin right here. And then just blend. That's what I do for highlighter when I'm feeling fancy. My timer just went off. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you look good.
Yeah. There we go. Highlight, bless you. Highlighted, lipped, everything. Any other questions, friends? Okay, thanks for tuning in.